Out here, there's so many pine trees, like everywhere. Everywhere. Great thing about pine trees is that the sap in it is very sticky, and it's also antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory. You can use it as a band-aid. So if you get scratched or something, take your knife out, dig around the tree, get some sap out, use it as a band-aid. Helps keep it, it's going to disinfect it, help you out a little bit so you don't get infection. Also, something that some people don't know about is that you can actually make glue out of the sap. Take the sap, you find a tree that's damaged, it's going to build up clumps of sap around the damaged part of the tree from like woodpeckers or whatever. You can take that sap, break it off into little chunks, little nuggets. Take some charcoal, burnt wood pretty much, crush it up real finely. Take that charcoal and that sap, burn it together, and you can throw in some like animal poop from animals that eat like vegetables and stuff, herbivores. Might not be the right term. Kind of stupid, to be honest with you. But yeah, so you take it, mix it up together, and put in like a little can, put it over a little. You don't want to put it directly over a fire. You want to have it kind of like sitting out of the fire a little bit, but enough for it to melt. You don't want it to boil though, because if it boils, it's not going to be as sticky. Stir it and stuff. You turn around, and make it into glue. Call it pitch, pine pitch. That's what they call it. Native Americans used to use it, and a lot of other fucking primitive type people used it before. They'll take it and put it on spear points and stuff like that just to keep everything nice and tight. Arrowheads. It's really fucking great to use. And so you can easily take it and mold it and stuff and let it dry on a stick, and you can store it and keep it with you, so that way if you have to use it, it's heat up a little bit and you gotta glue something. It's fucking terrific. I'll make a video on how to do it. Just gotta find some tree sap like that, like little nuggets, and I'll definitely make a video for you guys. It'd be awesome. All right, so here's some sap right here from the pine tree. It's already charred as well. They did a control burn not too long ago over here, but see how flaky that is. Some good shit right there. We're gonna use some of this. We're gonna grab some of this. We got some right here that is still liquid. That'd be perfect for a band-aid if you need one. Real good shit. Now when you're using this pine pitch, you don't want to use stuff that's already liquidized. You want to get it kind of crystallized. This chunk right here, that'd be a good one. I got some up here too. It's still chunky. That'll be some good one stuff right there to use for the pine pitch as well. I could even take some of this bark right here, crush it up, use it, take the soot from it. That's what you're going to use. Is what's going to make it black. Give it a little bit of fiber to hold together and stuff. And that's why some people use rabbit poop and stuff like that. Take it, mix it in together, and use it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not in a survival situation right now, and I'm not about to go look for animal shit. Not right now. I would if I had somebody with me and I was teaching them some bushcraft. I would definitely go hardcore about it for sure. But just doing a little video on my own, I'm not that dedicated to do that. Found some blueberries, a little too small though. They like I said, they did a controlled burn out here a while back, so there's a lot of new growth developing. Yeah, a little blueberry. Way too small, probably doesn't even fucking taste good. As soon as the bushes get bigger, they're pretty fucking good. When it comes to pine pitch, you want to use like a handful of the resin from the trees, for the pine trees. And then when it comes to the soot, the charcoal, from the burnt wood, you want to use about a handful of that as well. It's not really an exact measurement you're supposed to use, but you do a handful of each. You're gonna have quite a bit. This can't be, whenever you make it, it can't be clumpy. It has to be liquefied. And it's gonna be sticky. You're gonna take your stick, you know, you're gonna touch your fingertip. I'll show you in another video on how to do it. And back to the vehicle now. Looks like it's weather starting to cool down a little bit. And looks like it might rain. So I don't want to get rained on. Of course, some people say you're not training unless it's raining. It's true, but I gotta go to Walmart after this, so I don't want to be soaking wet. Alright, so here's my resin nuggets right here. This is kind of charcoal you really want to do. Really nice, good chunks. Crush it up with a stick or whatever you got. Crush it up with. This big piece I'm probably not going to use this. Probably use the small ones because I don't have very much resin. But yeah, the resin you also want to try to get all the debris off of it. That's going to help make it stick better. You want to get as fine as you can. What you can even do, you can even go a step further. You can, whenever you're melting everything, like you can do a separate container with the resin and pre-melt your resin, which is recommended anyway. And have like a little hole in whatever you're melting it in. That way, when you can pour it out and drip it on top of the soot here. And that way you can catch all the debris. So whenever it gets on the soot, all you got is the liquid. And now I am melting my resin. See, it's starting to liquefy. Oh, sorry, starting to liquefy a little bit. And he's gonna keep stirring it and messing with it until it's fully. I might have too much wood char up in this motherfucker. Yeah, I probably got too much wood char. But that's fine, I can keep it to one side and only use what I want. Alright, this is the end result of it. It's still a little hot. Just want to show you guys that it's flammable as well. So if you need to use it as a fire starter, you can use it as a fire starter. Look at that. So you definitely spilled some of it as well on the stove. Yeah, you can use it as a fire starter as well. And the consistency, you know, it's supposed to be sticky. So if I get some on my finger here, it's a little. Oh, I'm dropping it. So you put some on your finger. It's a little hot, but it's supposed to be a little. I used too much of the wood char on it. Still sticks though. Still great if you need to use it for fire starters or whatever. Smear it on, it will stick to the wood. And then as it dries, it'll harden and become harder. Like I said earlier in some of the other videos, the Americans, they used to use it to put on the tip of arrowheads and stuff to kind of keep everything together. Same thing with spear points and stuff. But whenever you do this, you want to make sure that the wood char is nice and ground up. And this stuff is supposed to be sticky. Fortunately, I used too much wood char. Needed to gather up a little bit more resin. So, rule of thumb: always use a handful of resin and a handful of wood char. That way, you can kind of gauge what you need to use. But yeah, I messed up on it a little bit. I should have grabbed some more resin, but I was kind of in a hurry to get up out of there because it looked like it was about to storm. It is storming. It's storming here now, so hell yeah. Here's some of it I got stuck on the prongs here. It's hardened. Stuff is not coming off. Probably gonna have to throw these tongs out. Yeah, it's just straight up not coming off. So even though I didn't use very much resin, it is still very effective with sticking to stuff, especially metal. Stick it to it pretty good. I don't know how I'm gonna get it off my stove. Fucked up. I should have did it over open fire, but it's storming out over here, so I couldn't really do it over open fire like I wanted to. Should have stayed out in the woods and do it. Just to show everybody. Anytime I've ever done this before, it's always been pretty good. So yep, pine pitch is on the stick, this glue, and if I never need to use it, all I have to do is just put it over a fire to heat it up and get it all soft, and that way I can glue whatever I want to glue together. And as I showed you on the tongs, it works really good with metal, wood, and it's going to be a pain in the ass to get off, that's for sure.